Have to catch up. Okay, so before we get into the operational planning, which is essentially going to be a discussion of what you need to do to set your business up. Now, I think I've explained to you over the last couple of weeks that my background has been in operations. That's where I've focused most of my career. Oh my goodness. He knew he was getting his picture taken today, huh?
That's what they said in the office. We're either making money or having a picture today. Unfortunately, it's the picture.
Oh, it's only the picture, huh?
If you're gonna look that good, I'm gonna take a shot. I'm
That's
gonna take a shot of him.
Can't have bad media around.
So I guess the proposal didn't go that well?
We'll see.
Okay, so I have added some to the curriculum about how to run your business, and we'll discuss that as we go through the presentation. The last section will be a review on the business plan itself and the uses and benefits of having the plan. Have any of you started writing a business plan yet? Okay. Have you been working on it as the class is going on, or have you sort of put it into hiatus until you're finished?
Yeah.
Good. Good. I mean that's the class goes so quickly that it's difficult to actually stay abreast of it. So good. Okay. So we'll get to that. And again, this is a review of something we spoke about on the first night, but I think it's important that we just go back over it again. When you write your business plan, I think there are some good questions that you need to ask about how well it will be received. And the first question is it feasible? Is your plan feasible? I think I may have mentioned to you that my career started in engineering, and there's a term in engineering that people use for design. It's called an elegant design. It's when everything sort of fits together and it feels good. And hopefully now that you've gotten some more insight into what goes into running a business, you'll be able to look at your plan and say, does it make sense? Does it fit together? Do all of the pieces support one another? Can I answer some of the questions that I will anticipate people thinking about in terms of market growth? How are you going to get those customers? Now that we better understand what marketing is all about in the marketing section of the business plan, does that plan make sense? Do you have enough documentation on your market size and trends and so how does it feel? Does it make sense to you? The second part about asking your question, the questions more goes towards the financial section. Is it viable? Viability often we think about in terms of plants are viable, in certain climates. Some plants are viable in this climate. Some can grow in deserts. Is your business viable? Can it succeed and grow with the resources that are available now? So that goes more towards the financial section. And we talked about last week, and that's primarily showing that you have a positive cash flow that will sustain the business, not just that it's profitable. So any questions that come up as we're talking about this, please stop me and we can discuss it. The last section is your plan desirable? Which I guess is the key question. And one of the things that I have found, both throughout my career and reading other people's business plans, is that you are not the right person to answer that question. Because if I asked you whether it was a good idea, what would your answer be?
Certainly.
Of course, right? Of course. And so this is where we talked about gaining those skills of going outside of your comfort zone and getting people, for instance, to challenge your summations, your answers. Go to the naysayer. I think I mentioned to you that as I was doing engineering, I remember one project in particular. I was automating a wood shop that was going to change this guy's department in a way that he hadn't. He'd been there for 20 years, and he was he was known as sort of the negative, cantankerous guy, and I made sure, for a couple of reasons, that I went to Willie first and ran it by him. Certainly I didn't want him to undercut me at the meeting as I was making the presentation, but also just because if I could sell him, I could sell anyone. And that's that concept of being able to sell the concept to the naysayer. So find the people in your life who think it's a crazy idea and present it to them. See if you can make the pieces hold together. And so really what it comes down to is that I think you can assess whether it feels good, whether the pieces are together. You can assess whether the financial component makes sense, and because that's essentially the risk part for you personally. You're going to be signing personally for all this, so is it going to meet your financial needs? And then finally, you're going to go outside yourself and make sure that you get the negative people in your life to say it's a good idea.